Hello all. So this weekend we are at Hartley fishing Henniker. There's about 10 or 12 fish, but they're all over £20. We're here for my 21st birthday. It's just Dad and I. It's my birthday tomorrow. We've literally just finished setting out, got both rods out, fishing krill and pink and krill and white. You have was a pellet over the top. It's meant to be a really tough old lake. Although saying that, Dad's already had a few knocks. So hopefully he can pull one out during the night, and hopefully I can catch one on my birthday as well. And yeah, just nice to get away for the weekend, have a nice relaxing birthday. Yeah, fingers crossed we can pull something off. So it's now our first morning. Last night was very quiet on the rods. I had one bleep. I don't think Dad had any. He might have had maybe one. And then about 5-10 minutes ago, the swinger went right up to the top. The rod tip bent round. Nothing came of that. So I'm just going to leave the rods out there for about another 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we're going to really get on it today. We're going to get the baiting pole out. We're going to get nice and tight up to the margins, under the trees, all of that sort of stuff. Obviously, we're going to freshen up the bait, and hopefully I can have a birthday cup today, because today is my birthday, 21 today. So fingers crossed I can pull one out. So guys, I thought I'd just show you the business end of things quickly. What I am using is a lead clip sit up. Then my favourite rig, which is the spinner rig with a micro ring swivel. So I bait floss my hook baits on, and I've caught so many fish, so many big fish using this rig. So I have loads and loads of trust in this rig. Use it everywhere I go. I tend to use the same sort of bait as well everywhere I go, which is the active krill tough ones in both 16 and the 20mm. Both have caught me, well, I just well caught my PB on at miniature. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to go check that out. Big fish, one of the biggest fish I've actually seen come out of there. So quite happy that, you know, my name's with it. So yeah, that is what I'm using. So fingers crossed I can have one a bit later. We are now on our second morning. We go home a little bit later on today. Last night, again, still no action, still no signs of any fish. We also had a major thunderstorm last night, so I was kind of hoping that might have brought the fish on, but yeah, there was still no signs of anything. I had both my rods tucked up to the margin, but when I brought them in this morning, they were just absolutely caked in weed. So what I've decided to do now is, obviously I've freshened everything up. I've just little underarm flick into the middle of the lake, so hopefully they're more in the middle rather than, because it didn't seem to be a snaggy in the middle. So that's my plan for today. The rain's just started again, and I mean last night was horrific. I mean the thunder was so loud, and the rain was just relentless, but luckily stayed nice and dry. Yeah, that's all really to report for the moment. Nothing really has happened. So if anything does, obviously we'll show you. But for the moment, I think I'm going to head back inside, get dry, and yeah, hopefully we'll catch something a bit later. So as you can see, it's still chucking it down out of there. So I'm sitting nice and dry in the bivvy. I thought I'd just quickly go through my setup. So I am using two Fox Mini Microns, my alarms, and Daiwa Crosscast Royals, Sonic Extractor 9 foot, I think they're 275 test curve, and I've also got NGT singles rather than the quarter ones. Quarter ones are like 200 odd quid, whereas the NGT ones are only 40 and they do just as good of a job. And just to the right hand side, I've got my unhooking stuff, which unfortunately I've not actually had to use. So fingers crossed. But yeah, that's my setup. I'm just gonna quickly go through the bait and rig that I'm using. I have briefly gone over it, but I'm going to go into a little bit more detail with it now. So what I use, I tie my own spinner rigs. So here we have obviously the hook. We have a micro ring swivel. Then I like to use about 4 to 5 inches of stiff boom, 25-pound stiff boom. Obviously anti-tangle sleeve, and then what that helps is if the fish are to pick up the bait and spit it, obviously it will kick it back out and it will reset. Another little loop on the end just to attach the quick train swivel. And then what I like about spinner rigs is that I don't only use them with pop-ups, because obviously a spinner rig is designed more for pop-ups, but what I found fishing a miniature the last year and a bit is they work really well with bottom baits. And I was a big fan of Sticky Manila for a little while, using like their pop-ups and boilies, and they were working really well for me. But what I found is I thought, you know what, I wanna change it up, try something different. So I started using krill. It's completely different, obviously, from the sweet to the fishy. But what I found to be my best bait, this sticky krill active tough ones, and they last absolutely ages under the water. And I've caught my PB using this, so they catch big fish, and I can catch loads more over the Manila. Manila is still a wicked bait. I know Dad uses it a lot, but for me, since I've switched to krill, I mean, if you guys have got any suggestions about other bait to try, Parker baits, it's pretty good. I haven't tried any of that, like their OG things like fruit and nut and OG fish. Maybe I'll do a video using that at some point. But yeah, so that's what I'm using. That's my favourite bait. So fingers crossed, they'll pull something out for me.
Actually, as we're walking up the path and you zoom in on it, there's a massive, the only fish we've seen all weekend, huge common, just cruising along on the surface.